part of the requirement. Many of you think you are wise. According to scripture, the only moment where you are referred to as one that is wise is when you win souls. Everyone is foolish so long as he doesn't win souls, even if you're a preacher. Scripturally, evangelism makes you wise. And in line with that, we began last week by invading certain strange regions. And it was not easy. I went with them, but of course, Jesus sent them 2 by 2, but he did not go. So I did not do anything. I was just escorting them. And at the tail end, they really marveled me. The evangelism was done in different regions. And God was faithful. There were so many backlashes, but they won even Muslims. One who went at Dedere, rain fell, all kinds of things happened, but still, I saw these guys going out for souls. I was shocked. And thank you so much for such sacrifice. Just to let you know, the team is still open. Every month there's going to be evangelism. Every month, 2 times at least in a month. 1 an outreach, 1 the number 1. So you can be a part of it to do your best. Also, as part of the commitment that as an apostolic ministry we have to do is itinerary ministry. So I've been up and down from one place to another. I move with few of the team. The media are always with me. We have gone to several places. I just returned back straight now from Federal University of Mina. It was an amazing moment of fire and rekindling at FCS Foot Mina. I trust God that our life will not be wasted in time. It is my desire that the sacrifice we invest to ensure that you are built in God will not be a waste. Sometimes when I lie down, I weep. I ask myself, what a waste. How much we spend to ensure Jesus is revealed to you. And some of you does not regard it at all. It's painful for investment to be wasted, and yet again there is no a commensurate return. And that is the reason why anytime you find yourself here, please don't just think you are coming for another service again. Come desperately hungry, desirous that God should encounter you. It doesn't matter your situation, it doesn't matter your challenge. Forget about it. When you appear before the presence of God, it's not a time to complain. It's a time to pray. It's a time to desire something from Him. Your complaint will do nothing. Sometimes your complaint will actually discourage you from understanding the strength and the excellence of who God is. So when you appear before God, you must be able to look with the eye vista of faith beyond your situation. So Abraham looked from where he's standing, and he behold, although he was barren as it were, his wife could not give birth, but yet again there was a promise of multiplicity abundantly in his life. So I want to let you know there has not been anyone that has walked with God by faith that does not receive the dividends of that walking in faith. And I told you about how was the series on persecution? Did you enjoy it? If you enjoyed it, give the Lord a shout. Never again. That persecution is over. That persecution is over. With this understanding that you have, today I trust God we are going to be praying a new down upon us. Everybody has an allotment of the cup of persecution. You have partake of it already. Peradventure you have not, you will, but you have. We seal it up with the communion and trust God that let there be a new down, so that out of the ashes of that dying, let a new glory be revealed. And I've always told you, look upon me now. You will always see a better version. Is that okay? Because persecution was designed to bring out the best in us. And that is what is going to be happening. Okay. There is this story of Bishop Wale. You know that he was trying to convert a professor. A professor, most times they are too wise in themselves. Converting them is a hard work. So Bishop was trying to convert. The professor was telling him about the need for him to be born again and the rest. And the prof was like, I can only be born again if you tell me the geographical location of hell. That according to science, everything has a geographical location. Everything has a coordinate. Everything you can plot in the latitude and the longitude. So tell me the geographical location. Since it is a place where people will go. People can't go to where it doesn't have a location. And Bishop Wale told him, well, the geographical location of hell is a location outside of God. At the end of every location outside of God is hell. But you must go to the end. The life you are living right now, nobody will challenge you for living it. It's at the end of it that you will realize and you will be evaluated, because it's a portion for man to die once. After that, then judgment. A stupid astrologer, stupid astronomy, stupid astronaut, stupid wise people. The reason why I'm saying they are stupid is because a man thinks he's wise when he doesn't know God. You are foolish. There is another realm of illiteracy, that it is in deprivation of who God is. Just because you're a professor doesn't mean you're not an illiterate, because there are things you don't know. Everybody is ignorant in something. Everybody is an illiterate in something. It was Albert Einstein that said everybody is a genius. It just depends the location. Is that not true? If you take a fish out of water, it's no longer a genius again. He becomes an illiterate out of water. If you put a lion inside of water, how can he survive? So it was proven that there is a possibility that lies in everyone. But sometimes we think we are wise when we don't know God, while in real sense we don't know God. Wisdom is in the knowledge of God. And if your academic expertise brings you to a point where you feel you don't need God, God is not important, God is not this, then I think I actually pity you. Because a day is going to come when there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. God has made available everything needed for him to salvage you. You refused. Everybody that go to hell is actually born again, but they are born again at the wrong time. Because the day you miss hell, you will not miss heaven. And the day you miss heaven, you will not miss hell. That is why every time we remind ourselves again of the consciousness of the need for us to walk right with God and ensure that we are within the confines of the ecosystem of God. Because any location outside of God is hell you will find. And let nothing take you away from this pursuit as much as possible. I know sometimes we have to live our life to do this, do that. We know the chaos of life. You are not the only one that has problem. Please, everybody has a problem. But in the midst of that problem, that challenge, yet again, they still hold on to God. Why? Because they are wise. No amount of your thinking, your wisdom can solve one problem, except God help you. That's why we come before him, so that he can be able to look upon us with the eyes of mercy to help.